Long before the world spoke of artificial intelligence, a young boy named Jensen Huang lived in Tainan, Taiwan. His journey took a pivotal turn when he moved to the United States as a child. Immersed in a new culture, he developed a resilient spirit and a fascination with the building blocks of the modern world, spending his time curious about the machinery and electronics that kept society moving. Jensen's curiosity led him to the study of electrical engineering at Oregon State University and later Stanford. He became obsessed with the potential of silicon. While others saw computers as simple tools for word processing, he saw them as engines for simulation. He spent his university years in labs, mastering the intricate logic of circuits and the language of high-performance computing. In 1993, the seeds of a revolution were planted in an unlikely place, a booth at a Denny's diner in San Jose. Jensen met with his colleague Chris Malachowski to discuss the future of the industry. They believed that the next wave of computing would be defined by graphics. They sat for hours, fueled by coffee, sketching a vision for a company that could bring 3D realism to every desktop. Joining them in this ambitious endeavor was Curtis Preem. As they refined their plans, Jensen and Curtis realized that standard processors were too slow for the complex mathematics of 3D graphics. They decided to build a specialized chip, a graphics processing unit, or GPU. They founded NVIDIA with the goal of revolutionizing the way humans interacted with digital worlds, starting with the booming market of video games. The early years were fraught with peril. The company faced intense competition and technical hurdles that nearly led to bankruptcy. Jensen and Chris had to make difficult decisions to keep the dream alive, often working through the night in a small, cramped office. They navigated the graphics wars of the 1990s by focusing on raw performance and constant innovation, narrowly escaping financial ruin. Their persistence finally resulted in a breakthrough that stabilized the company. With the help of Curtis's architectural designs, they released chips that set new standards for 3D rendering. Jensen and Curtis watched as their technology transformed the gaming industry, allowing for cinematic visuals that had previously been impossible on a personal computer. However, Jensen knew this was only the beginning. In 2006, Jensen made a strategic move that many in the industry found baffling. He introduced CUDA, a programming model that turned the GPU into a general-purpose processor. He invested billions into this platform, believing that the same chips used for games could solve the world's most complex scientific problems, from weather forecasting to medical imaging. For nearly a decade, the investment in CUDA was a heavy burden on the company. Jensen and Chris faced skepticism from investors who didn't see the need for such massive parallel processing power. Yet, they remained steadfast. They continued to build the software ecosystem, waiting for a breakthrough in computing that would require the immense power they had unlocked. The Big Bang of AI finally arrived when researchers discovered that NVIDIA's GPUs were the perfect engines for deep learning. Jensen and Curtis saw their decades of work converge as neural networks began to perform tasks that were once thought to be the exclusive domain of human intelligence. Their chips became the backbone of a new era, powering the training of massive AI models. Today, Jensen Huang's long-term vision has reshaped the global economy. The company that started in a diner booth now drives the most significant technological shift since the internet. From self-driving cars to generative AI, Jensen's prediction that accelerated computing would change the world has become a reality, proving that the greatest revolutions often begin with a single, unwavering idea.